Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late October 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Leos out there. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What do we have for this beautiful Leo collective as we move towards Halloween? We're getting close, my friends. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Leo in late October, please. And thank you, my guides. What's happening? What's happening? Okay, that card came out in a very odd fashion, and it is one of my favorite oracle cards in the deck. If you're a long-time watcher, I'm sure you know this character. We got Mr. Bookhead showing up here front and center. Big page energy, one of my favorite cards. I mean, I should dress up as Bookhead for Halloween. I really should one of these years. But I love the energy. It's very studious. It's good for a lot of reasons. And I haven't seen Bookhead in a while, so that's really nice. Before we get into all the details about the card, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about our good friend here. So, we see this young character has books in the hands, books all around him, books as a necklace, books for a damn hat. So of course this card could represent knowledge, studiousness, right? Learning new things, new work, new hobbies, whatever it might be. It could be very prosperous whenever this shows up. It is someone that wants to continuously learn. So for a lot of Leos, it could just be a general thirst for knowledge here. If you're not a student or wanting to learn new things, like thirsting, like I want to know how this works. I want to know what the inner workings are. Now, this could represent a person that you want to learn more about as well. Maybe there's someone that wants to learn more about you. Like, it does have that energy to it. Now, a big thing with Bookhead, I always say it reminds me of the Page of Pentacles quite a bit, and as with all pages, they're students, they're messengers. So with him right up front, it could be communication as well. Like there could be a talk of importance coming up. We'll see if it shows up within the spread itself. But when this card leads us off, the importance of communication is showing up. So just put him down right there to have a little rest. Let's get into tarot now. And I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness here. So let's shuffle it up one time, my guides. Talk to me. What do we have for the Leos? Okay, and while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading because it was pretty positive, my friends. It was titled A Surprising Victory. So for a lot of you, if you've been going through a tough time, you might really be able to pull out some sort of win out of your bag of tricks. It felt really nice. Okay, like a win that was like, all right, kind of against all odds or that you don't see coming, which is always nice. And remember, that energy could still bleed over into this coming week. So let's get you 3 cards and see what happens. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. So my guides, talk to me. What's happening with the lovely Leos here? Lovely Leos in late October. Thank you. Card number 1. Okay, we have the 8 of Cups. Movement-based. There might be someone or something walking away when this card is here. Obviously, it doesn't have to, but it is movement, and with the positioning of the spread, it's moving towards something. Let's get 2 more here, and then we'll really start to piece this together. Thank you. All right, Queen of Pentacles, work. Might be all about your business, all about your pentacles in this time. Not a bad card whatsoever. You could be linked to an earth sign as well. Let's get you 1 more, and we'll really start to piece this together. We have earth and water, which is usually a good mix. Let's get 1 more out here for the Leos. Thank you. All right, 5 of Wands on the back end. So we have a lot of different elements at play, and we're just going to have to see what's up. I feel like there's a lot going on underneath the surface here, Leo. So we'll talk about it. We'll figure it out, right? We'll get through it together. So let's go through real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, obviously, as I said, we have different elements. We have the 8 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands. So this is water, this is earth, this is fire. So this could be separate areas of life, could be separate situations, or even all just one. Now, the one thing I will mention, earth and fire to me represent the outer world. So yeah, there is something going on inside internally, but there could be a big focus on the outside world, right? Because the wands are more like action. This is like family, friends, business, stuff like that. So it feels a little complex. In this time, make sure you're not getting overwhelmed with energy, because that could be a possibility I'm picking up. But let's go through one by one. In position number 1, we have the 8 of Cups. Now you see the image here. This person is literally walking away from those 8 cups. Notice the card represents nighttime as well. It has a moon, so there is some little mystery attached to this card. I always say this one's neutral. Some people see this as a bad card of like abandonment and walking away from things that no longer serve, which can be true. But to me, this is generally a card of action. Moving towards something, moving away from it. It all depends on what clarifies it. So there is someone making a move of some sort here. For a portion of you, yeah, maybe it could be a behavior, it could be a habit, it could be a person, it could be a work thing that you're wanting to move away from, okay, when we have this 8 of Cups. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out, okay? But remember, no card is inherently bad, no card is inherently good. They just lean different ways. Now, moving to the center, we have the Queen of Pentacles, beautiful energy. I always say she reminds me of the Empress. So we have a bit of a mixed bag of energy going on here. This could represent an earth sign, like I said, so you might be connected to Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. If not, the Queen of Pentacles is very sturdy and abundant, bountiful. It's like a mother figure. It represents fertility, possibilities, abundance. It's just really nice and sturdy. If this isn't a person, I always say like it could sometimes be energy that feels a little bit stuck. But if you're focused on Pentacles in this time, whether it's a work situation, that something that's happening at work, or you might just be all about the Pentacles, right? The cheddar, the cheese, the greenbacks, whatever you want to call it, when the Queen of Pentacles is here. But I see her as a positive card. I do. Like, she leans positive to me, even though there's like this little bit of stubbornness that could be attached with her as well. But you could be moving towards something positive here. Like, remember I said the action, like somebody making a move, taking an action, you could be moving towards like this goddess type of energy, this Queen of Pentacles energy, which can be good. Now, here's the little caveat that we have in the reading so far. We get to the back end, we have the 5 of Wands. This has some positives, right? It could represent someone with a lot of determination. Whatever life throws at them, they're going to get over it. They're going to get through it. Send all the tests you want, universe. I'm going to keep it pushing and moving. But you see the imagery of this card. I mention it every time. It's 5 people beating the tar out of each other with sticks. So it could represent conflict. It could be internal conflict sometimes, but I always say this card could be a warning, right? So whether it's a situation or a problem, something that's been bugging you, or just something that's really difficult to solve, it could be represented here with this card, okay? Whether it's tests and life in general, I always say it could be a situation or a problem, and it's going to be important for us to really clarify it. But once again, it could be your staying power. It could be your determination being tested in one way or another. So as we see, we have this sweeping energy moving to the side. Maybe there could be a little delays or hiccups and stuff like that. So it's a bit of a mixed bag here, Leo. Like, we could have a lot of positive, but we could have some challenge up in here as well. So I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for you, Leo. See what's happening, my guides. Talk to me. What's up with Leo, please? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 8 of Cups here. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Leo, drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, 8 of Cups time. Why is this 8 of Cups in the mix? What's this 8 of Cups about, please? Thank you. 2. All right, yeah, somebody could have been planning something for quite a while. All right, there could be something, a plan, a strategy that somebody is about to put into motion, put into action, and it doesn't feel like it's like a light one. So for a lot of Leos, if there has been something you're planning, whatever it might be, whether it's relationships, work, stuff like that, there's a high possibility that in this time you could really put that plan into action. Now, if this is someone you're linked to, whether they're planning a return, whether they're planning on walking, whatever it might be, there is somebody who's like, all right, well, I've planned this, I've thought about the details, now I'm going to act. Now I'm going to put it into motion. For another portion of you, pardon me, the 2 of Wands could represent somebody feeling that they're at like a crossroads, a fork in the road, With the Eight of Cups, it could be somebody making a choice or a big decision, even a final decision sometimes. But the main thing I'm picking up here is like there is strategy and plan in play, and someone might try putting it into motion. So whether that's good, bad, or indifferent, that's up for you to decide. But there is somebody planning something, and action might be taken on it. That's like a big thing I'm picking up here. Okay, now sometimes the Two of Wands could be waiting, but the way the energy just feels to me, it's like, all right, I've been thinking about this for a long time. I've been planning this for a long time. Now it's time to do something. Okay, now it's time to make a move. Now it's time to take an action. So it's kind of like getting a green light in one way or another. That's just what I'm picking up here. Obviously, take it or leave it, but we're going to keep moving over to that Queen of Pentacles. And once again, I know that sounds a little ominous. Sometimes it doesn't have to be bad, right? For a portion of you, yeah, if there is something you're wanting to Eight of Cups or walk away from or move away from, Spirit might be asking you to like, don't do it on a whim, like just plan it properly. Like don't do anything on a whim when we have an alignment like this. So let's see why the Queen of Pentacles is in the mix, please. Okay, all right. Okay. All right, there could be somebody here that is just tired of surprises. Tower in reverse underneath this Queen of Pentacles. This is someone who's like, all right, yeah, I'm tired of the unpredictable people. I'm tired of people acting out of pocket, out of hand. Like, I'm tired of these towers. I just want some stability. Like, this is the energy of somebody who just wants things to calm down and be stable, which I would say a lot of people do yearn for that, right? Especially if you've had a difficult past, difficult life, anything like that. No one really enjoys towers. Like, even good towers could be a little bit uncomfortable sometimes. The fact that it's in reverse, it's still the energy of shock. So underneath this Queen of Pentacles, yeah, if it's not an issue you've been having with an earth sign, when I see it in reverse, it's like, all right, well, I want to be in this energy. I want to be in this Queen of Pentacles energy, the abundance, the stability. I'm tired of the towers. Okay, I'm tired of the unpredictable people, the unpredictable situations. Give me stability for a minute. Now, I know as a fire sign myself, because I'm an Aries, that we, out of all the zodiac fire signs, can roll with the punches very well, right? Like, we're very good at rolling with punches, rolling with the unpredictable, the spontaneous, stuff like that. But that could be tiring sometimes. So let's keep moving over. I don't feel like we need to overcomplicate this energy. It just, to me, feels like somebody wanting to move towards something a little more predictable, if that makes sense, or a little more stable. So let's move into the Five of Wands. Because I did say that Five of Wands could possibly be a warning, especially now that we have a tower here, the Five of Wands. So we'll see what's up here as we get over to that Five of Wands, please. Now we're picking up a lot of fire here, like with the tower. That could be Scorpio energy. We got wands. So now we're picking up a little more steam. So what's up with that Five of Wands? Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is the Five of Wands here? And I mean, this center, it could be just somebody, it could be linked into the strategy and the planning as well. That could absolutely be a possibility. Okay. Yeah, there could be certain things ending here, Leo, when we have the World in the upright underneath this Five of Wands. There could be somebody that doesn't want it. Like, they're going to try to fight against it. And I'll say this, the World, out of the whole zodiac in the recent 2 weeks, we've been having a lot of World cards pop up. Okay, so there's a lot of people going through transformation and changes and all that. Like, big ones could be happening. When I see the World, sometimes it could be a big focus on world events. So for a portion of you, the Five of Wands World card, try your best not to sink too much of your energy into what's happening in the world today. I mean, it's good to stay current on current events, of course, but it might be affecting you on a very big level, okay? Even if you don't quite realize it. But a thing I'm seeing here with this World, it's a karmic energy, it's a cycle-based energy, and it does represent endings. And when I see it between a tower and the Five of Wands, it's like, all right, there's no point in trying to fight it, okay? Or this could be someone trying to fight it. Like, no, it doesn't have to be the World energy. No, I don't have to change this, or it doesn't have to change. I want to keep it the same. Okay, so this is somebody, if there's an ending coming in, like, not everybody is going to be all about it. That's just the vibe I'm picking up. It's like, all right, well, this person might want to change things. This person might want to transform the situation, but there's this fight. Like, no. And it could link in with the whole reading itself as well, because remember, I was saying this energy wants stability. This is a little bit chaotic. So for some of you, you might need to switch something up in your life. Like if it's always chaos, or if there's always a person, very unpredictable, always chaos, you might be getting tired of that. Like that, even if you're a cross watcher, the same could apply. So let's go through and do a quick recap here, Leo. And yeah, that could be a warning, a karmic warning, but let's go through one by one, then we'll get into the shadow card. Position number 1, we have the 8 of Cups with the 2 of Wands, and I was getting that big planning type of energy, or somebody about to put a plan into motion, a plan into action. They've been planning it for quite a while, whatever this action might be. So whether it's moving to or away from something, the possibility is there. And I'm getting little inklings, like sure, it could be a decision or a choice or being at a crossroads, but someone's going to make a move, someone's going to take an action. And if this is a strategy, if this is a plan, it's not new. Like this is something that's been thought about for a while now. Okay, so if there's something you've been wanting to change, you've been thinking about for a while now, it's showing up right here. But it's plan-based for sure. Moving to the center, we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Tower in reverse. Sure, it could be somebody wanting to avoid towers. There could still be the shock or issues with earth signs. That could be a big thing. But the main energy I was picking up is somebody wanting something a little more reliable. Like, all right, I'm tired of the surprises. I'm tired of these towers. I want something a little more predictable. I'm tired of it. Like this 5 of Wands, Towers energy. It's like I need something more predictable here. Okay, not to the point where it's stagnant, but like I totally get it. Like something feels tiring, whether it's a situation or an individual. Moving to the back end, we have the 5 of Wands with the World in the upright. This could be representing an ending and somebody trying their best to not let it end or not let it happen, fight against it. I also said there's a little warning here about investing too much of your energy into world events because it could be affecting you in a very big way and your thought process. So interesting reading here, Leo. Please take a screenshot of that if you'd like. Let's get you a shadow card here and see what's in the shadows. Good. So let's shuffle it up one time and see what's in the shadows for Leo. And I always like to end off every reading with a shadow card, whether it's something within you, something you don't quite see. It's always a nice thing in my opinion, right? It could be something from within the reading itself. Let's get it going. What's in the shadows for Leo? Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, my friends, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll leave a link for it down in the comments. This coming week, I'll be doing the first members only all signs reading. So if you're interested in that, please feel free to join us. But let's get one card out here. Obviously, no pressure. Let's get one shadow card here for the Leos. Please and thank you. Thank you. All right, there it is. All right, we have the Devil in the shadows. Interesting. It's a common card that shows up in the shadows, that's for sure. Let's get these cards out of the way, get the Devil in. So for a portion of you, this could be representing a Capricorn you're connected to. If you're a Capricorn, remember it's only due to the goat symbolism that you guys get the Devil card. Now, what does the Devil card represent? Generally, and it could be a whole host of things if it's not a person, it could represent addictions. Sometimes the Devil card could represent attachments. It could represent control as well. When this card shows up as a shadow, it could be something you buried down, all right? Whether it is a behavior, whether it's a memory, this card is something that has a hold. So the Devil energy to me is something that lingers for quite a while. Now, you would know what that represents or what that means to you, whether it is a person, a memory, or a behavior. But the Devil card could still be healed. It could still be worked through. Spirit might be asking you to really take a cold, hard look at attachments you might have or behaviors or cycles that seem to repeat. Okay, that's a big thing with this. So, Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the September subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for October, I'll be going back to one of the classics. I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. It's one of the most beautiful decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments if there's a zodiac sign that you clash with. If so, which signs do you kind of bump heads with? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of October, your name will be announced in the community tab, my friends. As always, much love, and I'll see you next time.